Have you ever dreamed of traveling the world, but your bank account just won't cooperate? What if I told you that you could earn money while you travel, turning that dream into a reality? It's not only possible, but it's easier than you think. Today, we're going to explore the best ways to fund your travels so you can see the world without going broke. Let's start with the most popular option, remote work. The pandemic has changed the way we work, and more companies are offering remote positions. This means you can work from anywhere in the world, as long as you have a reliable internet connection. Websites like FlexJobs, Remote.co, and We Work Remotely are great places to start your search. You can find jobs in a variety of fields, from writing and editing to web development and customer service. Beyond just finding a job, remote work involves considering tax implications and securing international health insurance. Many countries offer digital nomad visas, but consulting a tax professional is wise. Your domestic health plan likely won't cover you abroad, so plans from companies like SafetyWing are essential. Don't travel without it. For instance, a software developer I met in Chiang Mai worked for a US company. His routine of morning exploration and afternoon coding from a co-working space highlights the blend of freedom and discipline needed for success. If you have a specific skill, you can also offer your services as a freelancer. Websites like Upwork, Fiverr, and People Per Hour are great places to find clients. You can offer services like writing, graphic design, web development, and social media management. The great thing about freelancing is that you can set your own hours and work from anywhere in the world. Building a freelance client base requires proactivity. Network, join online communities, and build a professional website with a strong portfolio. Don't be afraid to pitch your services directly to companies you admire. Think like a business owner, not just a freelancer. A graphic designer I know funds her European travels by creating logos for local businesses, using platforms like Behance to showcase her work. Her key advice is to always use a professional contract and charge what you're worth, avoiding the common pitfall of underpricing your skills. Another great way to earn money while you travel is to teach English online. There are a number of companies that hire native English speakers to teach English to students in other countries. You don't need a teaching degree, but you will need a TFL certificate. You can get your TFL certificate online, and it usually takes about a month to complete. Teaching English online involves different student types. Children require energy and creativity, while adults focus on conversation and grammar. Business English is another specialization. Focusing on one or two areas will make you a more effective teacher. My own experience teaching in Thailand was challenging, but incredibly rewarding. The connections with students and the cultural exchange made it more than just a job. If you're a creative person, you can also sell your photos, videos, or artwork online. Websites like Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, and Etsy are great places to sell your work. You can also create your own website or blog and sell your work directly to your audience. When selling creative work, understand licensing models. Royalty-free allows multiple uses for a one-time fee, while rights managed is more restrictive but commands higher prices. Offering both can appeal to more buyers. Also, consider the high demand for short-form video content on platforms like TikTok and Instagram Reels. A travel blogger friend of mine succeeds by selling the story behind her photos, creating blog posts that detail her adventures. This narrative approach built a loyal audience that buys her prints, presets, and ebooks. The key is to create an entire brand ecosystem, not just a single product. Finally, you can also work in the travel industry. There are a number of jobs that you can do while you travel, such as working as a tour guide, a hotel receptionist, or a bartender. You can also work on a cruise ship or a yacht. These jobs usually don't pay very well, but they're a great way to see the world and meet new people. Working in the travel industry offers many options beyond being a tour guide. You could be a travel agent, work for a tour company, write for a travel magazine, or even start your own travel business. The key is to align your job with your skills and passions. Consider seasonal work at resorts or specialized roles like a dive instructor in Australia or a yoga teacher in Costa Rica. These jobs often include accommodation and meals, which drastically cuts costs. While you are tied to one location and the work can be demanding, you become part of a local community and gain experiences a regular tourist never could. It's a trade-off many find worthwhile. So there you have it, 5 ways to earn money while you travel. It's not always easy, but it's definitely possible. If you're willing to be creative and work hard, you can turn your dream of traveling the world into a reality. So what are you waiting for? Start planning your next adventure today. Thanks for watching. If you have any other ideas for earning money while you travel, please share them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more budget travel tips and tricks. See you next time. Let's expand on the idea of a portfolio career while traveling. This is the concept of combining multiple income streams, which is perfect for the modern traveler. For example, you could be a freelance writer in the mornings, an online English teacher in the afternoons, and a stock photographer on the weekends. This diversification not only increases your income potential, but also provides a safety net. If one income stream dries up, you have others to fall back on. It also keeps things interesting and prevents burnout. I met a couple in Bali who were doing just that. He was a web developer, and she was a yoga teacher who also sold handmade jewelry on Etsy. They had created a lifestyle that was both financially sustainable and personally fulfilling. Another aspect of remote work to consider is the importance of a routine. When you're your own boss and you're in a new and exciting place, it can be easy to get distracted. That's why it's so important to create a daily routine and stick to it. This could be as simple as waking up at the same time every day, working for a set number of hours, and then giving yourself time to explore and have fun. It's all about finding a balance that works for you. A travel vlogger I follow on YouTube has a strict schedule of filming and editing on weekdays, so she can have her weekends free to explore. This discipline is what allows her to consistently produce high-quality content while also enjoying her travels. Let's also talk about the importance of community. When you're traveling long-term, it can be easy to feel lonely and isolated. That's why it's so important to connect with other travelers and locals. Co-working spaces are a great place to meet other digital nomads. You can also join local expat groups on Facebook or attend meetups and events. And don't be afraid to strike up a conversation with a stranger at a cafe or a bar. You never know who you might meet. I once met a fellow traveler in a hostel in Colombia who ended up becoming one of my best friends. We traveled together for several months and had some incredible adventures. The connections you make on the road are often the most rewarding part of the journey.